All right, everyone, we're going to get started. My name is Jeff Jenkins, Executive Director for the Texas Chiropractic Association. Thank you for joining us for our town hall tonight. I'm going to turn it over to our president, Dr. Don White, in just a moment. I do want to do a shout out to Dr. Todd Stranahan, who was very instrumental in the town hall and what we're going to be offering tonight. So thank you, Doc. It's my pleasure to turn it over to our TCA President, Dr. Don White.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Don White. I practice in Fort Worth, on the better side of the Metroplex, my favorite side, anyways. And I'm your TCA president. I want to welcome you all first to our first town hall of the year, the Texas Chiropractic Association. We're excited to announce several new member benefits this evening that we believe will help you and your practice. TCA is proud to offer exclusive access to a wide range of individual products, including dental, vision, voluntary life, accident and injury, and critical illness, as well as employer-sponsored basic life, AD&D, short-term disability, and long-term disability. This is our first step in bringing group health insurance to TCA members, hopefully in 2027, if not sooner. That's the plan, but we can't make it happen without your help. So in a few minutes, I will introduce you to our friends from Alliant and MetLife. A few quick announcements first, though. We have a couple of TCA events coming up in the next couple of months, and I hope to see you there. First one is our TCA West Texas Conference out in Lubbock. It's March 27th and 28th. You can attend the two-day conference in person. That's where I'll be. But you can also attend it virtually as well. We have an awesome speaker lineup, so register now on the TCA website. Also, following a few months later will be Chiro Texpo 2026, and it's down in Austin this year. So all you Central Texas people, I don't want to hear any excuses about it being in Dallas again this year. We're bringing it to you. So Central Texas, this is your time to shine. Bring your people. Let's have fun. It's June 26th through the 28th at the AT&T Hotel and Conference at UT. Registration will be opening soon, so keep your eye on your local district pages on social media or the TCA website. And feel free to reach out to anybody you know that's engaged with TCA if you have any questions about that. We have lots of district events, mixers, webinars, and the like coming up soon. So check out the TCA calendar on the TCA website and follow us and your local district Facebook page on Facebook and or Instagram. And lastly, if you're not a TCA member, please join today. There's strength in numbers, and please encourage your colleagues to join our community as well. All right, now the moment you all came for. I know you didn't come to see me talk at you. So let's meet the speakers. We got Andrew Huckabee, and he is our employee benefits consultant and VP for Alliant, one of the nation's leading insurance brokers and consultants. Joining Huck is Preston Jarrell, who's an account executive with MetLife Regional and Small Business Solutions. MetLife offers products designed for small business budgets for companies with fewer than 100 employees. MetLife, their comprehensive portfolio offers the widest range of benefits available from single carriers, and it's bundled with needs of small businesses in mind. So that's really great for all of us. A reminder that the webinar is being recorded, so please share it with your colleagues, your employees, and other Texas chiropractors. And lastly, please make sure that you display your first name and last name on your Zoom name so that we can address you. And if you have any questions, please type them in the Q&A box and we'll take it from there. Huck, off to you, sir. Please take it away.
Thanks so much, Don. Thank you, everyone. Guys, I'm Huck, officially Andrew Huckabee. Huck's a lot easier. First off, big shout out to Jeff, Don, Maggie, the whole TCA crew. Guys, this all started, I guess, when I was connected with Dr. Stranahan, as Jeff mentioned, and he told me about the big vision and what TCA had been trying to do, and that led me into being introduced to Jeff, and then working with Maggie and the team on the event marketing, and now here we are. So this is the kickoff. This is the rollout. We've been working, team, over the last 90 days, putting this in place and building a custom solution for you guys. So guys, for me, this is personal. Early on, I saw how real benefits can transform family. When I say benefits, I'm not talking about just the carriers getting paid and the doctors getting paid. I'm talking about true financial kind of supplement. So I myself, I've got 4 kids, 2 of them on the spectrum, and I know these benefits are about the real financial impact, not just the coverage. So the big dream here, as Don mentioned, is major medical. We know that. Everybody has let us know. We know you guys aren't the only organization. And to be honest with you, the smaller businesses and the practices like this association is made up of majority, they're not offered discounted rates or affordable rates. So to get there, we need that census data. That's your names, your date of births, your zip codes and your genders, and then that of your dependents. That, according to the carriers, and as the carriers look at it, is the currency that they need to see. So here's the thing, though. You guys are going to set that speed, right? So you want to move like an F1 racer? Let's zoom. If we want to move like an F350 diesel truck, let's cruise. It's your call. The sooner we get that data, the sooner we reach out and we get that major medical goal. Now, how do we get there? And we want you guys to get forgiving, right? So that's what this program is going to be about. I spent majority of my early on in my career understanding these benefits and how they work for families. Specifically the benefits that Preston's going to mention. So Preston Jarrell is one of my best friends, but before that, he was a business partner and through the ancillary. So being a broker, then I worked with him on MetLife, just doing dental and vision. And then here we are today. I call him PJ. He's one of my very best friends. So we're going to show a marketing video that we've put together specifically for you guys. It'll give you a little bit of insight onto what this program looks like. But you guys are going to set the course. So when I come back or when this comes back on, Preston's going to take over and then we'll get going on the Q&A. Thank you guys so much. Look forward to it.
TCA employers, ready to offer big company benefits without big company complexity? Through TCA's partnership with Alliant and MetLife, clinics with 2 or more employees can access benefit solutions typically reserved for Fortune 100 employers. Give your team competitive coverage and reduce admin friction. Choose employer-paid, voluntary, or a mix with flexible participation and a full benefits administration platform at no additional cost, built for simple onboarding and ongoing management. Dental and vision. Dental plans with a $1,500 annual max and optional child orthodontia, and no standard waiting periods on core services per plan design. Vision plans include $130 or $150 frame allowances with flexible 12, 12, 24 or 12, 12, 12 frequencies. Life and accidental death and dismemberment. Employer paid options. $25,000 or $50,000 flat or one-time salary up to $100,000. Plus, supplemental life up to $500,000. Guarantee issue, no age-based benefit reductions, and full portability. Disability. Short-term disability covers 60% of weekly earnings, up to $1,500 a week. Long-term disability covers 60% of monthly earnings, up to $10,000 a month. Accident and critical illness. Benefits for covered injuries, hospital admission and confinement, plus a $50 annual wellness benefit. Critical illness coverage up to $30,000, guarantee issue available. No statement of health required under program design. Add value with MetLife legal plans, family coverage, Aura identity and fraud protection, and discounted pet insurance, ideal for boosting employee satisfaction. Onboarding is straightforward. Most clinics go live in about 2 weeks. Are you ready to get started?
Well, good
Yep.
evening, everybody.
Take it over, PJ.
Thank you, Hug, for the intro, and Jeff, Don, Maggie, Farron, and the rest of the TCA crew. Thank you guys so much for having us here. Hopefully that video got you a little bit fired up and a little bit excited or whet the appetite for what we're going to talk about tonight. And Huck, you introed it well. What we wanted to do in conjunction with the association is come to you and bring executive level benefits all the way down to 2 enrolled. That is a difficult task. I know you have probably had experience in the health, life and health, medical, dental, vision arena already, and you know it's pretty difficult for maybe a 2 or 3 employee group. So we have brought this down all the way to 2 employees to have all of the benefits that were talked about in this video. So I wanted to kind of give some parameters and how it works, number one. And then we're going to dive into the different plans. And then at the very end, we're going to have a time of Q&A. We can answer probably 90% of the questions, but if there's something that we need to take away, we'll definitely bring back to the team. So Jeff and Don can get back with you maybe on the next town hall or email you directly. Or we could get you your information and email you directly. So wanted to go over the plan offering for you very briefly. So this solution has all of the benefits rests on a platform that we provide for you as well. So not only do you have the dental, the vision, the life, disability, you have access to all of those. By the way, all of those are a la carte. So for example, you may be interested in basic employer paid life or an accident plan. You can have that. You don't have to have the full suite of benefits. We hope you take advantage of as many as possible, but you don't have to enroll in every single one. Again, it's a la carte. And we don't have to have the traditional get a census. We give you a quote, you decide on it, and then you let us know, and we go from there. This is already pre-done. The pricing is pre-baked. Everything's been settled. So all we do is you come to us, you give us your census, and we start implementing your group. And then we are claim ready in about 2 weeks with a full-blown benefit administration by the name of Triumpho that walks you through the process. It's your day-to-day admin portal. So as you go on there, you can make adds, terminations, changes to your benefits, host open enrollment. You can actually email and ping employees to say, hey, your open enrollment's open. You have 2 weeks to enroll. And they go in and they make their selections, the employee child, employee family coverage for dental, whatever they want. Then we also, on this slide, you'll see statement of health. Statement of health is handled online. And what statement of health is for a voluntary term life product, anything over the guaranteed issue of $100,000, there's a statement of health that's required, medical underwriting. So you will fill that out online, send that over through the Triumpho platform. Medical underwriting will then occur, and then you'll have an answer within 5 days of did you satisfy the evidence of insurability requirements, and here's the benefit that you have going forward if you want to select anything over $100,000. So all of this is what we've done in one nice, neat package. Not only the benefits, but also an experience that is simple to use, easy to understand, very intuitive, that's scalable, so you can use it on an iPad or a smartphone. And it's a full-blown benefit admin in which to administer all of these plans. Because typically, a lot of groups that we come in contact with just don't have one on their own. These are very expensive systems, sometimes costing thousands of dollars per month. So Triumpho is really going to be a welcome addition for you. So wanted to break it down into 3 basic categories of the benefits. So now that we have the platform in which everything's resting, I want you to think about 3 different buckets, if you will, of products that we can offer. So first, we have our core offering. So what we mean by core is I call our core 4. That's dental, vision, life, and disability. So those 4 key products. and disability kind of break down even further into short and long-term disability, but think core four. We've underwritten it for all groups 2 to 200 lives. Then we have our voluntary products. That's going to be our voluntary life, our voluntary accident, and critical illness. Then we have our legal plan, our aura, our pet insurance. So we have financial wellness under that. So those three buckets are what we're going to go over tonight. The process
quick,
is, yes,
Preston, can I add something? Apologize.
please.
So when Preston talks about the customized benefits and underwritten, please understand that Jeff and Don let us know that their goal within TCA is to offer benefits and create custom solutions and offers specifically to the TCA members. So that's what this is. So yes, you may have a broker or a friend or a buddy or a website that you go to kind of quote this, and we encourage you to do so. Just understand we have put the things in place and underwritten this based off of the information that TCA has provided us and work with them to say, okay, this is now officially a large group, Preston, with your underwriters. Just want to be very clear of what underwritten means and the price point.
Oh, that helps. Thank you. So the process for selecting your products, onboarding, this slide kind of outlines what occurs here. So first off, I'm going to give to you all the different our product portfolio that, again, you can choose a la carte. So you'll select those desired products. Then you will select the region for dental. So I'll show you what that means here in a moment, but we've broken it down by 3-digit zip code into several different regions for our pricing. Then you'll select that the rates will be shown. And again, this is all pre-underwritten, so everything is as is. And then we have a partner by the name of GIS who will assist you in that onboarding process with the paperwork, getting the census. And then finally, this will be all loaded for you on Triumpho, which is your day-to-day servicing platform. And that's where you'll make those adds, terms, and changes. So that's the workflow of how it will work as it kind of goes through the choo-choo train, if you will. So what I wanted to do now is kind of pause the slideshow here. And I wanted to go ahead and go over the different plans that the video was talking about. So I'm going to minimize this for us.
Hey, Preston, before you get started on that, we do have a couple questions in the Q&A that I think might be nice if we answer them now. So one is, are all benefits only available for 2 or more employees? I'm a solo practice with no employees. Am I eligible to access these benefits?
That's a great question. The answer is they are for 2+ employees that are not related. So we have one group cannot be more than 75% related. So if you have 3 employees, let's just say Preston is one employee, Preston's wife, Brooke, is the second employee, and Huck is my third employee, absolutely fine. Preston and Huck, unrelated. We 2 employees could enroll in those benefits, but it is not the way our filing is. It is true group benefits, so it's not for an individual.
And are these benefits only for owners and employees? Are they available for owner and employee families?
Yes, so employee families can enroll. So an employee can enroll in almost all of the benefits with the exception of 3 of them. The basic employer paid term life, that's only for employees. Short-term disability is only for employees. And long-term disability is only for employees. Any other product, you can enroll your families, your children, and your spouses. So your dependents can enroll in those benefits if you elect.
We certainly encourage it. But that will also give us data for the major medical in the long run, right?
That's right. So I wanted to go
Great
over
questions. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for your engagement, and we'll keep it open here at the end. I'm going to kind of just go over the pricing because that's probably top of mind for everybody. And then a little bit of the plan designs, and then answer any questions that you have on plan designs and pricing. And then we'll turn it back over to Don and Jeff. So as you saw in the video, a couple of different options for dental. So one, your individual practice would select one of these two options. They are exactly the same, with the exception of this top one here has child orthodontia to $1,000. This lower one here does not have child orthodontia. You can see the rates are virtually the same for employee, employee spouse. Where it's different is employee child and employee family because of the ortho benefit for children. So I live in the 782 zip code. I'm in San Antonio, Texas. So I would look at 782. I'm in region 2. So here would be my pricing for region 2. For 180.50, that means 100% of your preventative, is taken care of by MetLife. 80% of your basic services, that would be fillings, periodontia, endodontia, root canals, 50% for oral surgery, and then 50% for your orthodontia for children. So here is my region 2, because I'm in the 782 zip code. I'll kind of leave that up there if you want to take a screenshot. All of this is incidentally going to be loaded into the website, into the benefits section. So we'll have this available for you.
PJ, got a quick question here.
Wonderful, thank you.
Do you have to have 2 people for each product that you select, or just 2 in general?
Yes, so two in general for every product, with the exception of basic employer paid life, short-term disability, and long-term disability. 100% of all active full-time employees must enroll in those 3 benefits: basic employer paid life, short and long-term disability. So those are employer funded, employer sponsored, 100% employer paid. All of the other products, all we need is a minimum of 1, because we need at least 1 loaded into the system to keep that plan open. So everything else would be 1 is the minimum requirement.
Yeah, and Casey, a great question. I think to qualify it, it would take 2 people or more, and the unrelated aspect, as Preston mentioned, to receive a quote as a group and be offered products. And then, as he mentioned, who can enroll into these products based off of that, then yes, just as long as you qualify for receiving the ability to offer these products in your office, then no, not every employee has to enroll in every product. I hope that kind of clarifies both sides of the question, Casey.
Deal. And we'll hit the Q&A hard and heavy as well. So if maybe we missed you here at the very end, we'll make sure that we address all other questions that maybe we haven't as we're going through.
Sure.
Your vision coverage, you have 2 options. Again, so you choose one or the other. This first option for $8.19 employee only. So again, this is one of those that is voluntary. So all we need is 1 enrolled, 2 eligible, only 1 enrolled, $130 frame allowance, $10 copay for exam, $25 copay for any materials, whether those be lenses, contact lenses, or frames. And you can get your frames every 2 years, lenses, and your exam every year. Then we have a richer plan, which is $150 frame allowance, frames every year. So if you like to get those new frames every single year, when you get your eye exam, when you get that new prescription, new lenses. This one is the plan for you. $150 frame allowance annually, $10 copay for exam, $25 for materials. If you are great with getting frames every 2 years, this is the plan for you here. Again, you're seeing the 4-tier rates, so you can enroll spouse, children, so your dependents are able to enroll in this as well. Short and long-term disability, just like the video said, 60% to $1,500 of weekly benefit. There is no pre-X on this plan. So if you have a coworker or if you have an employee that is expecting a child, and let's just say their due date is March the 15th, and you enroll in these benefits on March the 1st, March the 15th, when she goes out for the 6 to 8 weeks of maternity, that will be covered, no pre-X. Again, this is one of those benefits that if you select it, all employees would enroll into. Then the long-term disability would cover 60% up to $10,000 of monthly paycheck. And just to kind of put this in perspective in terms of rate, think between $15 and $30 per month for the short and long-term disability. So each. So $15 to $30 wherever it depends on your salary. And incidentally, Triumpho would calculate that so you would know exactly what that would be. So think $15 to $30. And then employer paid life insurance. This is one of those everybody enrolls into. It's employer paid, employer sponsored, full guaranteed issue. 25,000. There's three different options. $25,000, $50,000, or one-time salary to $100,000. Total monthly price is $7.45 per employee per month. Again, that's $7.45 for the $25,000 benefit. Then we have our voluntary term life. Again, your dependents, your children can enroll in this. $100,000 for a 40-year-old is right around $19 per month. And a child covered at $10,000 is $2.88 per month. So very cost effective, much more cost effective than getting an individual plan. Right. Wanted to go just a couple of key points before our Q&A here on a few questions that maybe I can cut off before you ask them. For the vision coverage, we are part of VSP Choice, which is one of the largest in the country. You would be hard pressed to find a large retailer that is not in the VSP Choice network, including your wholesalers, which is Costco, Sam's Club, and Walmart. And here's a list of those in there. You can see VisionWorks, see iWorks, Eyeglass World, iMart Express, and a host of others. Secondly, when with VSP, they own a brand called Marchand. Marchand has several different brands underneath the Marchand umbrella. If you select a Marchand brand, you actually get $20 in addition to your frame allowance. So remember, I showed you two $130 frame allowance and $150. You would actually have $150 or $170, depending on which plan you enrolled in, to spend on any of these featured brands, which are Marchand brands. Very cool. Nike, Nautica, Columbia, BB. So some great brands there. We also, for our voluntary, have critical illness coverage. $15,000 or $30,000 full guaranteed issue year over year. No statement of health needed. The video you saw a legal plan. The legal plan covers everything soup to nuts. There are no attorney's fees. There's no copay. There's no co-insurance level. There's nothing out of pocket. There's no claim form to file. And they cover all of these different buckets and all of these different issues. You'll see adoption is in there, very expensive. It covers all attorney fees. It does not cover court costs, but it does cover attorney fees. 2 different plans that you can select. One with all of this and the tax filing for $23. And if you would like to write in 20 hours of divorce coverage, it's $25 per month. It's a 1-tier rate, covers your entire family. I know pet insurance is a very hot button issue. As a matter of fact, this is the 3rd most sought after benefit after medical and dental right now. We do offer pet insurance. If you enroll in this coverage, or if you select this coverage for your company, this is direct billed. You would go online or call a 1-800 number, get a quick quote. Think just like auto and home. You get to tailor it. You get to choose the co-insurance level. You get to choose the max, and you pay by the month via electronic fund transfer. You just set up your credit card. Very cool app in there. It's a direct reimbursement style plan. There is no network. You go to any licensed vet. You take a picture of the explanation of benefits. You take a picture of your receipt, upload it in the app, and then MetLife reimburses you within 5 days. Very cool plan. And I wanted to kind of end before we go to Q&A, and then I turn it over to Huck for a couple of parting comments. For the 2 simplest plans that I wanted to leave you with, and 2 very robust. The 2 simplest, I would say most cost-effective and robust plans that we have. One is accident coverage. First off, you get to choose between a high and low plan. You do have an accidental death and dismemberment benefit. And this covers a laundry list of benefits. Very cost effective, under $8 for the low plan, $14 for the high plan. And the coverage stacks up with burns, lacerations, contusions, concussions. They just stack up. And we pay directly to you. We wire those funds. Lastly, for the basic employer paid life, I did want to let you know this. Since it is employer paid, MetLife actually offers portability. So if you were to be diagnosed with an illness or some disease, and you could not, by any stretch of the imagination, get an individual plan, you can actually take this with you and pay for this as individual coverage. It's 100% portable. So you have 30 days to take this with you. Does not matter the diagnosis. You can port the full amount with you. It changes the rate to an individual rate. It will be more expensive, but it's guaranteed insurability if you pay the rate, which is phenomenal. And lastly, if you were to enroll in the basic life, you would automatically get online estate planning. Our statistics say that about 60% of people don't have a will, and they're leaving it up to, in our case, the state of Texas, to determine where our assets go at the time that we pass away. Instead of doing that, we wanted to offer a free kind of TurboTax walkthrough step-by-step version of creating your own will, your advance directive, and your power of attorney. You can do this at no cost. You select this, you print this out, have a copy of for yourself, give a copy to your beneficiary, give its copy to your executor, and you're good to go. Got that peace of mind. And it takes about 15 minutes, and you've got a legally binding will. So I did want to call attention to 2 very simple but very robust products in the basic life and the accident. And I'm going to let Huck kind of share a few parting words, and then we'll get to some Q&A. Huck?
Yeah, well, Preston, thank you so much. And guys, I've been keeping up with the comments, and I want to make sure here, you guys understand why this feels and can look like water from a fire hose, so to say. As Preston mentioned, we have in place and have been working in place to deliver this and walk you and your teams and your administration through this at the time. So we're not expecting you guys to take screenshots and take pictures and then just hope to, piece together your idea and then go to the website. We've got teams and people and contacts to walk you through that and make it super simple. I also have to brag on just a couple people. One, things like this start from the top, right? I've got to mention and call Don out. He has no idea I'm going to do this, but guys, starting at the top, what I mean is passion and support and integrity and curiosity and challenging, and that's something that Don's done this whole way. But that's also trickled down and been obvious. It goes to Jeff and to Dr. Stranahan. So I like to believe that we've gone through this gambit and started to build this trust with each other, but that starts with you guys too. So these questions are great, and we have this town hall and we're putting all this into it, but please don't let this meeting be the last time and the last day it's mentioned. The other thing, please keep this within TCA. Please don't share outside. So when we're saying share with your other Texas Chiro doctors and anyone that's looking to get member benefits, but please don't share it outside, because both teams on TCA and Alliant and even MetLife, et cetera, have worked very hard to protect this and make it special to you guys. But seeing this start at the top, Don has asked questions. He supported this the whole way. He say, hey, how can we help? What can we do? How do we get major medical? I went and saw and set an appointment with Todd Shanahan myself just to get to know him and shake hands and understand him. And so one of the things he told me is, you guys have to do x-rays and you have to understand, you have to ask questions for your patients. You have to get data to be able to treat them and to be able to help. Well, if I had to kind of place it in the same industry niche, it's the same for us. We can't just go get this medical quote from the carriers. We're representing you on these front lines when we go, and when Alliance steps in, we build the employee customized plan and claims and all of this. We're building that case for you guys, for the carriers. So you guys getting this information and establishing this trust, this is the x-ray that allows us to see how we need to adjust you and what the proper care and prognosis should be. As simple as I could put it, that was off script. I just wanted to share that as a passion, but I see that trickling down from Don all the way down. So now we come down to you guys. You guys give us this information and you buy in and come up with ideas, and it trickles right back up. And I want to challenge us to do it before 27. 27 is a good realistic goal. If we don't do anything from this town hall meeting until the next town hall meeting, it won't be until 2028. So without further ado, I'll turn it back over to Don. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you, Huck and Preston. Guys, that was a great presentation. Thank you for the kind words, Huck. My goal since I started getting into TCA leadership a decade ago was to try to find something that's a great member benefit. People get discounts at the office supply store. That's great, but nobody joins TCA for that. We want to be able to provide something that's of like really strong value to our members, because this is something that all of us struggle with, is finding coverage. So thank you again for that, guys. Appreciate your time. And if anybody has any questions in the Q&A or in the chat, let's take a look at those real quick.
I did see one from Todd. It looks like it's the zip code for home zip or office zip code, and that's going to be your office. So you're exactly where your office is.
Okay. And then in the chat, Dr. Casey Roach, please correct me if y'all didn't already answer this one, but do you have to have two people for each product you select, or just two in general?
Great question. So we have to have two eligible employees, unrelated minimum. So to unlock this entire portfolio. Then if you were to enroll in basic life, short-term disability, or long-term disability, every employee enrolls in that, and those are employer-sponsored plans. so employer paid plans. Every other plan that we have out there, you can pick a la carte. We only need one employee. And then the rest of those plans outside of those three that I mentioned, you can enroll not only yourself, but your spouse and your dependent children as well.
Awesome. Dr. Roach, hope that answered your question. And Huck and Preston, do we have a way for people to reach out to y'all? Can y'all put y'all's contact info in the chat?
Yeah.
Is that possible?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, I'm open to, and I've told Don this, I've told Jeff this, I'm open to ideas. If you guys have ideas and you feel like you've been thinking about this and you just say it and nobody hears, we're open to those ideas as well. So, you know, a lot of people, I think Todd has mentioned and Jeff mentioned, we say this magic number. What's the magic number to be able to get health insurance, Huck? How do we get major medical? When do we actually count as a large group? Honestly, you know, with having about 1,500 members, we would love to see a third of that on the medical census, you know, the 500. But realistically, a large group, 100, 200 individuals, so individual employees, and then their dependents and their spouses that can be included. But as far as the carriers, they look at 100 employer or 100 employee company or 200 or 1,000. That's where it starts to get very, very meat on the bone, if you will. So I would say our magic number is between 100 and 500. If it was gun to your head and we only had 100 and we had to go, then yes, we could go. Just understand the more people we get on there, the more risk they'll spread out. They'll stop looking at, you know, age and gender and so more start looking into the actual usage of the plan and the claim history, and we can start painting that picture for them so underwriters aren't just looking at black and white data. We actually have a story. So let us build that relationship with you, as cliche as that can sound.
All right. So 25 offices with 4 people each minimum. Got it.
That would be a great kick. Yeah, absolutely.
I like that math. That's not too hard to accomplish. So,
Yeah.
so y'all, I'm sure you've noticed by now there's a QR code up on the screen. Scan that for more information to get quotes, and we'll get you answers. We'll answer your questions as quickly as we can, either directly or through Huck and Preston. Now, I'd also ask each one of you on this call to consider offering at least one of these products at your practice. The sooner we get to that magic number, the sooner we can look at bringing group health insurance to TCA members and their employees, offices, and families. That is the ultimate goal. With rising insurance premiums, I know you've all heard your patients talking about this. My premium went up, and so did my copay, or so did my deductible. We're trying to provide something better for our members here, so it all starts with us. TCA, we do want to be your solution for this issue, but we need your help to make it happen. So expect to receive your webinar recording tomorrow. This has been recorded. We're going to be doing another one of these, date to be determined. If Huck and Preston and I had it our way, we'd do one a month. So maybe we'll shoot for that. Because the more people we get this in front of, the easier it is to get this ball rolling. And I am totally okay with getting this knocked out this year, Preston and Huck, and I know y'all are too. Thank you all for joining us tonight, and I look forward to seeing you at future TCA events. Enjoy the rest of your evening and stay warm. Thank you so much, everybody.